Hey guys, okay, so I'm back to share with you a simple vegan recipe that will be delicious and nutritious. So I'm getting ready to run to tennis. Typically I get off work and then come home, and if I want to go to tennis, I have just a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a very richly protein packed lasagna tonight. That is going to taste so spectacular. Okay, so what I will be using is I'll be using tofu. That'll be kind of my cottage cheesy stuff. I'm going to be using yellow lentil lasagna, 13 grams per serving of protein. So super, super awesome, and it tastes delicious. It doesn't even have any weird healthy flavor, even though I like healthy flavors. It's not one of those off flavors. It tastes just like regular pasta to me, anyway. And yet you get all the extra benefits of the fact that it has protein and it's yellow lentils, and so it's not all that gluten going on and everything if you have issues with gluten. So anyway, love this. Got this at Aldi's. They have a yellow squash pasta noodle as well. Haven't tried that one. I think it's squash. It's yellow and I think it's squash. So anyway, I think that one would be great to try as well, but I just love this one, so I kept getting this. And then I'm going to today use Daiya cheese. It's kind of a provolone flavor. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. Sometimes I make my own cashew red pepper cheese. Sometimes I use one of these vegan cheeses that are out there. You can use, of course, the slices or the, the spreadable stuff. You can use the like shreds. You can use whatever you want, but it just, to whatever flavor makes you happy. And then I think the key to good lasagna, other than making sure your noodles are very delicious, is your sauce. Whatever sauce you like, okay? So Aldi's has an organic sauce. It's really awesome. I happen to have some tomato, basil, and garlic on hand right now, and a roasted garlic. And I've not tried this one yet, but I'm excited to try it. This brand is really delicious, this oregano. The organic one's a little bit healthier, but this one is nice and vegan, so it would be fine for us tonight. And then I like to use plenty of garlic powder. That's key in a good lasagna. And for the green stuff, you can use parsley. Believe it or not, you can use parsley, oregano, or Italian seasoning. It doesn't really matter that much. I know it probably matters a little bit, but honestly, when it gets down to this, the lasagna, eating it, any of those flavors, I've used them all, and they all taste delicious. And then salt, and I use the pink salt because the pink salt is healthy for you. It is good for you. You need the pink salt in your diet, especially if you have POTS and you need to have some sodium. This is healthy stuff. It's not going to cause you a sodium issue, like the same way that like pinks are like that white like salt at the table salt. So let's get going. Don't have a lot of time. First of all, I have frozen this tofu. And now I just thawed it in the microwave. You can put it in warm water to thaw it however you want. I didn't have much time, so I just threw it in the microwave. And then now we need to break the seal. See if I can do this without getting it all over me. Like this. Whoa, okay. So then I'm gonna take this to the sink and I'll be right back, and I'll talk to you while I'm here at the sink. So what I'm doing is I am draining this block of tofu of the water, because we don't really need to use the water. So, and then squeeze it. Once you drain it, just squeeze the tofu out because it's like a sponge and has lots of water in it. Okay, now I've squeezed it all out, all right? So it's nice and like this. I've squeezed out, like just squeezed it out, the water. Okay, now I'm gonna just kind of chop it into cubes, but I'm gonna end up smashing it all up. This is just a way to get it in the bowl I have to work with. But keep in mind also, you don't have to freeze it. I freeze it a lot of times because they say it has a meatier texture, and the reason why I say they say is because I've never like really eaten meat. So it's kind of has a kind of a meaty kind of texture. And so anyway, I do that sometimes for cooking it, but then also I like it just as well without the texture, the frozen texture. Okay, now I've gotten it all mashed up in there, kind of cottage cheesy like, is the idea. Now I'm going to take and throw some salt in here. I'm not measuring this. I'm just throwing in probably a heavy teaspoon. I mean, like I actually put a lot in. Pasta noodles take up a lot of salt, so I can use a lot and be fine. And then garlic, I'm just putting a nice heavy, maybe another teaspoon in. You have to do it to your taste. Sometimes I'll put this all together and then I'll taste it. And I'll say, does this taste really yummy? And if it doesn't have enough flavor, you add more, because Honestly, they say chicken, you just add flavor to it to make it have, well, flavor, to make it taste good. And that's what you do with this. It's just like a chicken thing that you just add flavors to make whatever flavor you want. So it kind of looks like that when it's done. You can see the little bit green spots in it. Actually, there's not enough green spots. I know how many green spots it's supposed to have, and that's not enough. And that's probably too much now. It'll be fine. Anyway, yeah, because it'll get through there. Actually, that's probably not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my hands real quick. I'll be right back. And then we're going to put some, I'm using this pan, by the way. This pan is great. It's like really soft and flexible. It is non-stick, but I am going to actually spray it because I've roasted vegetables in there before and they have stuck. So I am looking for my spray, and there it is. Okay, there's just a little different spot than usual. Okay, so here's my spray. You can use whatever you want. This is an olive oil spray that I got at Aldi's. Well, if I can get it off. Oh my, hang on here. Try to get this lid off. Okay, the lid's not wanting to come off for me today. Let's just try it without this today. The roasted vegetables didn't do so well, but I think the lasagna will be fine because I have tomato sauce on the bottom. So forget the spray. But I'm just gonna throw some sauce in here, as you can see. Just kind of coat the bottom so that the noodles, like, you know, have some moisture on the bottom. Some liquid kind of a stuff on the bottom. Okay, and in the meantime, I have the oven warming up. I have it at 425. It doesn't really matter whether it's 350 or up to 425 or whatever. I just do it depending on how quickly I need it to get done. All right, taking these out. Pasta noodles, aren't they beautiful? Okay, so what's really cool about this is I can lay these in this pan and they lay so perfectly. I just kind of lucked out. So there's that. Now I'm going to coat this with a little bit of sauce. You can do it, you can kind of add whatever you want. You can do it kind of however you want a little bit, like layer it up. You can add olives, you can add onions, you can add, you know, any kind of vegetable stuff you like. Some people love vegetables in their lasagna. I don't tend to put vegetables in my lasagna. I love vegetables, but I just don't tend to put it in my lasagna. I'm gonna use probably about half of this. Oh wait, yeah, because I'm gonna make 2 layers and I don't have quite enough pasta noodles for 2 layers, but that will be fine. We are going to be fine with that. I actually have more downstairs, but I don't really want to go get those right now. And actually, no, I don't need any more. There's actually 3 left. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna throw some cheese on top of this layer. And you know, if you want to put more sauce on top of this layer as well, that's fine. Let's see how much cheese I have. Just gotta, I don't like to overdo it just because it's, you know, I don't want to spend a ton of money on my dish, but I want it to be yummy and nutritious, which this will be. And everyone loves it. Okay, there's some sauce. All right, gonna put the last 3 pasta noodles on there, which is really cool because I think this came with just enough sheets to make 2 pastas, 2 dishes like this size. Okay, so this time I'm just gonna throw this on here like this, all done. Spread it out, make it look beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna cover it up with some sauce. This time I'm gonna do the sauce first and cheese last so the cheese can kind of melt in the top. It doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as those pasta noodles are covered with some sauce. That way they don't dry out. The trick is you don't want it to get too wet or you don't want it too dry. So that's kind of tricky sometimes. We're gonna kind of smush this together, make sure it's not too dry. I think it's gonna be just about right. Covering all the noodles with, or all the pasta rather, with sauce. And the reason why I corrected myself is because I used to serve at the Olive Garden. And at the Olive Garden, they're all about, it's pasta, not noodles. Noodles is for low lifes. Pasta is for awesome classic people. So anyway, there is our pasta. All right, I'm just kind of making sure that we soak the sauce all kind of smashed in there together so the pasta doesn't dry out. Okay, that should be about right. All right, now a little bit of more cheese to top it off, and we are gonna be done. Dunsy, dunsy, dunsy. So quick. Oh my, that's perfect. Exactly the right amount of cheese. Do you see how pretty that looks? If you want to top it with olives, this is a good time to throw the olives on there. And I'm really excited because I'm really hungry and looking forward to this. I'll go to tennis and I'll come back and get to eat this. I'm not going to cook it while I'm there. I'll try to cook it right now before I leave real quick. And then I'll let it just kind of sit there and be yummy, kind of get all the flavors going together. Because you know how lasagna tastes better after it sits. All right, so got it in there. Let's see, we're going to put the timer on for, let's see. Usually I say 45 minutes, but I don't really have 45 minutes right now. I have more like 40 minutes. So 40 will be fine, and then I'll turn it off and let it finish cooking on its own without the oven being on. So there is that. And we are done with our awesome vegan lasagna. So if you have any questions, any comments, thoughts, share with me. I'm Alana Tackett. I have a YouTube channel, and that's where what I'll do is on Facebook, I'll put my link to this YouTube, which I open my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. I'm really excited because love vegan food. It tastes amazing, so good for you, and it helps you stay young. Because like I'm gonna be 49 years young here in a few months, and I'm loving every minute of feeling young and enjoying the food I eat. So anyway, yeah, if you have any questions, anything you want me to share with you, a lot of times people are always asking me, hey, how do you make this? How do you make that? And so I'm like, well, hey, I'll just throw up a YouTube and let you see how I make that. So anyway, if you have any questions like that, feel free to share with me or ask me about it, and I will let you go for this time, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.